I can't let nothing get in my way. I know you hear me when I pray. I know that I'm not perfect, yeah, I make mistakes. I need you to be there for me every step of the way, yeah, cause there's a blessing with my name on it. Hey, you know that I need it, Lord. Show me how to get it, Lord. I'm barely eating, Lord. Trying to feed my people, Lord, yeah, cause there's a blessing with my name on it. Ooh, hey, you know I receive it, yeah, I believe that, yeah, yeah. This year will be my year. I claim, hey, yeah, I claim. Oh, 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 yeah, yeah. This year will be my year. I claim it, yeah, I claim it. This year will be my year. I've been putting work in, yeah, trying to make my dreams come true. I know I get impatient, my family and my babies, they waiting on me to come through. Pressure on every level, issues, I got several, trying not to settle, I wanna be successful. I can't be a failure, but it get kinda hard trying to keep it all together. There's a blessing with my name on it. You know that I need it, Lord, show me how to get it, Lord. I'm barely eating, Lord, trying to feed my people, Lord. There's a blessing with my name on it. Hey, you know I receive it, yeah, I believe it, yeah, yeah. This year will be my year. I claim.
Good morning, good morning. It is September. Welcome, welcome, September. We are super excited about September. I want you to just say, it's my month. This is my month. This is my month. In order for it to be your month, you have to claim the day, the minute, the hour. You got to claim it all so that 1 minute won't try to get out of order and it will stay. September is your month.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Happy Friday, y'all. Happy Faithful Friday. Happy Freedom Friday. Happy Favor-Filled Friday, y'all. It's a good day. And as my sis Sparkle was saying, y'all, it is September 1st. It is the first day of the month. And the reason why this is so significant for all of us, y'all, is because y'all know what happens in the 9th month. Any woman who has ever given birth, who has ever gone through labor, and I have not personally had children, but I'm a woman and I know what happens to a woman's body. Okay, you carry a baby for 9 months, and in the 9th month you deliver. So somebody say it is time to deliver. It is time to deliver your greatness. It is time to deliver your vision. It is time to deliver that book you've been waiting to write. It's time to deliver that business you've been waiting to start. It's time to deliver that promotion that you've been waiting for. This is the 9th month, and this month has favor written all over it. This month has the glory of the Lord written all over it. This month has delivery and freedom and excitement written all over it. So somebody get excited because it is September, y'all. It is September. It's the beginning of fall. I mean, y'all, it's so much going on. It's a new season is approaching. We're coming out of this hot summer and going into an amazing fall, my favorite time of year. And it is birthing season. So y'all, we have just entered into the delivery room. So y'all get excited because in this 9th month, I'm just believing that God is going to do some amazing, great, wonderful things and deliver some amazing, great things in your life. Sparkle, come on and welcome the people in.
Welcome into the delivery room. I want to welcome you into the delivery room. See, in the hospital, it says that only a certain number, only one other person can be with you in the delivery room. But in God's delivery room, all of us are in the delivery room. So come on. I don't care if you think you're just a small ant. You still got room too. I don't care if you're not right. you feel like I'm not there yet, we have room for you too, because all we need is a mustard seed of hope. We ask for so much, and we think it's supposed to have some. Oh, I don't have enough faith for it. Do you have just a mustard seed of faith? Just a mustard seed of hope. See, every day try to tell you it's not a good day, but every day is a great day. So we are here to share this great news with everybody. Toast it up to you. Who are you toasting to? I'm toasting up to God. I'm toasting it up to me. And get some people in. Go ahead and name them so that they can say, name it, claim it. I claimed it. So go ahead and get your sister in. She cannot, don't put her on the back burner. Don't leave her behind. So I want to see some names typed today. Not just share, but type in some names. That's when I know you are serious about making sure others are empowered. Not just you, but everyone around you is empowered. So come on in, come on in, come on in. To Eric, do they have a dose of hope ready? Do you have a dose of hope ready for them today?
I always have a dose of hope ready, Sparkle. Always. Okay.
Always.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Again, happy Friday. Y'all, today is the day that the Lord has made, and we are rejoicing and we are glad in it. It's your girl, Terry White Hicks, and I am here this morning with your daily dose of hope. And today's dose of hope comes from Hebrews chapter 10, verse 23. And it says, let us hold fast the confession of our hope without wavering. For he who promised is faithful. Let us hold fast the confession of our hope without wavering. For he who promised is faithful. And just like my sister Sparkle asked, do you have a dose of hope ready? I always have a dose of hope ready because the word tells us to hold fast to the confession of our hope and don't waver. That means that my hope is not phased by my situation. My hope is not phased by my circumstance. My hope is not phased by my feelings. My hope is not phased by whatever's going on in my life. My hope is focused on and based on and founded in and rooted in God and his word. Why? Because he is faithful. It says that he who promised is faithful. And as long as I am serving the faithful God, as long as I am serving the God who keeps his promises, I can have hope because I understand that he always keeps his promises. And if he can keep them for her, if he can keep them for him, if he can keep them for you, he can keep them for me because he is not a respecter of persons, right? So I can hold fast to my hope, knowing that my faithful God will do exactly what he said he would do. The word tells us that he who began a good work is faithful to complete it. And that's why I have hope, because he started a thing. That means he's obligated to finish it. It may not be finished at the time I thought. It may not be finished at the time that I want, but I can rest assured that if he started, he's going to finish it because we have a finishing God. We have a finishing God, so we have to have a finishing faith. We have to have a finishing faith, knowing that whatever has been started in my life, God is faithful to complete it. So if he started the dream for a book, if he started the dream for a business, if he started the dream for wanting a promotion, if he started the dream for wanting a family, if he started the dream for wanting to live better and do better and have better resources, he's going to finish what he started. Those dreams and those ideas and those visions that God planted on the inside of you, baby, pull those things off the shelf, dust them off, and get ready to allow God to use you, because he who began a good work in you is faithful to complete it, because we serve a faithful God who always keeps his promises. This has been your daily dose of hope, and now I want you to get ready for my girl Sparkle, who's bringing morning mirror talk.
Good morning, self. self time to speak into your life. So September, and we talking about stepping into new seasons, stepping into your seeds as well. I need September to be a sow seed month. Sow into your investment, sow into where you're going, sow into it. And the way you sow into it, you think just sowing going to buy that new business equipment. No, sow into another business. I don't care if it's just $1, if it's just 50 cents. Sow your seed in the right way. Sow your seed into good ground. If you see somebody give you a good word, you sow into that. Sow your seeds in September. Sow your seeds in September and watch them just in front of your eyes. It's supernaturally, they're going to come up. So sow them in. I don't care if it doesn't always have to be money though. Let me not say just money. I'm saying sow into, girl, do you need help this weekend? Do you need me help you do something? How can I serve you? How can I be a helpmeet to you? I just want to help. I want to be here. Make some phone calls. Call some people that you do not talk to normally. Call them. Don't just let them be on your mind. And then I'm like, oh, I'll get back to them. No, stop what you're doing. Send them a text. Send them a phone call. Send them a message from God. Sow the seed. I want you to know, it's about sowing seeds this September, sowing into supernatural healing, supernatural development, supernatural wisdom. If you see a class that you need to take in, sow into it, invest into it, because it's going to help you grow. Come on, let's step into September sowing our seeds. This has been your Mirror Talk with Sparkle. And Financial Friday, Marcelle's going to tell us how to get these finances together, how to get the debt cancellation, how to grow in these seeds that we have sown. So stay tuned for Marcelle.
Welcome back, everybody. Happy Friday. And it is Financial Friday also. What we want you to do is check out our Empowerment Mornings page at 12 noon today, and you will see your Financial Friday tip from our very own Coach Money Mars, who is always bringing the amazing, wonderful financial tips. Shout out to our girl because she's always dropping the gems. But y'all, today we are finishing our conversation on relationships. Have y'all enjoyed our discussion this week about relationships? All week long we have been talking about relationships from all different perspectives, and I don't know about y'all, but we have been spilling the tea all week. We've been sharing our personal experiences. We have been sharing our own stories. We have been sharing tips about how to manage our relationships well, and today is no different, because we're going to finish our relationship conversation today talking about boundaries, y'all. Because as we go through talking about toxic relationships and how to deal with toxic relationships and how to yesterday, listen, y'all, if you missed yesterday, you got to go back, because Dr. Sparkle laid it all the way out. The Lord came in and changed the whole direction of the show. We had planned to talk about something completely different, just so you know, okay? But he came in and told us through Dr. Sparkle that those relationships that didn't work out were necessary, okay? Those relationships that maybe didn't go the way you wanted them to go were necessary. And the way you navigate through those situations is understanding that God is still with you. And we talked about, honey, you still being on the boat and God sending you a life jacket and giving you the power to walk on the water as you go through every ship in your life, whether it is a romantic relationship, a kinship with your family, a co-workership with your co-workers and colleagues, whatever ship you find yourself in, you have to remain in the boat to get to where you're going. And sometimes the ship starts to fall apart. And sometimes you may find yourself overboard on that ship. But we serve a God who's going to throw us a life jacket. He's going to give us the ability to walk on water. He's going to save us. So that was yesterday, y'all. And so as I began to think about all of the tools and resources and experiences that we've shared this week talking about relationships, I thought we need to talk about how to manage our relationships well. And one way to do that is creating boundaries. So I want everybody to chime in here and talk about how you create boundaries in your relationships. How do you manage them well by being able to manage yourself well with the boundaries? So whoever wants to jump in.
I guess I'm going to jump in first. Then, you know, for me, I realized that if anybody knows me well, they know I'm that type of friend that's gonna probably reach out and say, I'm gonna send a text message, how you doing? Just checking on you, just thinking about you, all that. I realize sometimes that when I make phone calls and I talk to people and they have a lot going on, the negative Neds or the negative Nancy's, or there's always something wrong, or my neck hurt, my foot hurt, my back hurt. Whoa, girl, my spleen feel like it's got a little pain in it. When they go into all the extra details and stuff. And I realized that for me, it got to be really draining. You know what I'm saying? And so now that's kind of sort of one of the things that helped me is instead of, I know Spark said you're thinking about somebody call. And yes, that's definitely important. But I know that you have to manage calls, when you're talking to people so that it doesn't destroy your spirit. It doesn't, when you get off the phone with somebody, you should not be drained. You should not be like, oh my God, girl, woo. And it's not that, you don't want people to share things with you, but at the same time, you got to manage how you connect with people. I spoke with somebody yesterday, about being in a grief counseling thing. And, she was saying sometimes the stories people share are so overwhelming and she absorbs their grief along with hers. And it makes it really hard. So I say that to say, we have to manage what you're able to handle. And then know that if it's beginning to be too much, it doesn't mean you don't love somebody. It doesn't mean that you don't support them. It doesn't mean that you're not there for them. It doesn't mean that you can't pray for them, send them some cash, take them some food, be with them at the doctor's appointment, whatever it is you need to do to be there. But you also got to manage how it impacts you and how it gets you, because you can't be depressed trying to help somebody else who's depressed. Somebody has got to be, like they said on the airplane, pull your mask down first and get you some oxygen so that you can help somebody else. And so manage how you feel and manage, see how your energy is when you're around certain people or when you're having certain conversations. And then maybe it's like, hey, just want to come in because I see somebody say, I'm there for you, but can't stay for the pity party. Yes, Tina, but don't carry that burden. Yes. Somebody says, oh, I'll drop a call in a heartbeat because my reception is always bad. That is too funny.
That pity party. I love that part.
But it's real. You know what I'm saying? It's real because at the end of the day, y'all, we got a lot going on in life, period. And you can't take on everybody's burden. That's Jesus. Jesus said, cast your burdens on me. I didn't say cast them on me.
Right.
Because he can handle it. I probably can't. You know what I'm saying?
I can't. I'm not Jesus.
I'm Jesus.
Right.
He wrote it in the word, cast your burden. Listen, I'm sorry. And we got to understand that and know that it doesn't mean you're a bad friend or a bad spouse or a bad parent or a bad child. It just means that I got to manage how I'm feeling so that I can always be coming from a space of overflow for you. And when I feel like, oh, you done start draining my cup, y'all know how when when you put some water on the stove and y'all see the steam start coming out, when your energy starts seeping out of you, that means it's time to cut the heat off. That means it's time to kind of cut back and create a boundary and say, okay, well, girl, listen, I just want to check in with you. I'm glad, I'm praying for you. Hope things are better. And, hey, listen, I'll check back in another week or two or whatever, and give yourself some time to marinate on some things. Because Pangela says, I'm not your trash can. You can't dump on me, period.
I love that. Come on, Sparkle. Look like you got something to say.
No, I love boundaries because I don't know about everybody else, but I'm just learning the importance of boundaries. We was them people trying to be there for everybody. Let me support everybody. For example, my family reunion is the same day as I Love Her event. And my family, of course, trying to make me feel bad because it's on the same day. But I'm at a growing season. I'm at a season right now where I'm developing. And sorry the dates hit on the same day. I still have to do what I'm called to do at this moment. And the sad, I know I shouldn't say it like this, but Thanksgiving's coming up, Christmas coming up. The same people gonna be at the same one, because our family reunion is not like that when everybody come from out of town. We all from the same place, so it's not like that. So I had to say, no, this, what God has put into me right now, my assignment is important. And family reunion, I love y'all. I will even still cook my dish. But I am going after my assignment on my life and doing what God has called me to do. I did think about canceling. It did cross my mind once I realized that I did the same date. Then it was like, no, no. This is how this is gonna go, and this is how they're gonna accept it. And if they can't accept it, great. If they can't, great. It's still great because I'm gonna be great, and I'm not gonna let you make me feel bad about it.
Come on, I'm not gonna let you make me feel bad about it. That part, all of that right there. Farika said, amen. That's it. Yes.
That is so good, Sparkle. So good. Come on, Regina. Look like you're about to chime in with something. Okay, I thought I saw her moving, but Sparkle, that was so good because it's right that, you did not allow your family to make you feel bad about your decision, because there does come a season in our lives where we have to make decisions like that, where either I'm going to focus on my assignment or I'm going to be, moved by my family or my friends. They got this thing going on. Because like you said, there's going to always be another family reunion. There's going to always be another family event. And you can go to the next one. And it doesn't mean you love your family any less. It just means you understand what your assignment is for the moment. And you're choosing to do that. Because when we get to heaven, God is not going to be saying, oh, Sparkle, I understand you didn't do what I told you to do because you were at the family reunion. I understand you didn't do what I was telling you to do because you had to go to the family dinner. You know what I'm saying? God is going to be like, I told you to do X, Y, and Z. What was the excuse? And I don't know. And I can't speak for God, but I personally don't think that he's going to be like, oh, you went to the family reunion? Okay, that's fine. It's okay to, reach the people you're supposed to reach because you were over there eating the fried chicken. You know what I mean? Like, what? Right.
I said, Gabriel, Michael, don't get her because she didn't show up for that assignment. She was running around
Right.
eating.
Yes. No. And this is how I tell people all the time. I mess up enough. So when I do, I catch this one. I'm not messing up on this one because I already my mess up sheet is already long. I'm not personally gonna add to my mess up sheet,
right?
Just because. So when people try to come to you and like, oh, see, you don't choose your family. See, people don't realize how important family is. Yes, we understand how important family is, but people only see family as that close-knit people. Family is, like I told y'all, the ship is all over.
Monica said, assignment, I know assignment, I ain't going. Point blank, period. No excuse necessary.
This one wasn't good, y'all. Don't cancel.
What you say, Sparkle?
Don't cancel a God thing for a man thing. No apology. Just send the dish and they will take it.
Okay, because I'm sure they're gonna be eating that dish and still being okay. Okay, but you know what? I understand what you're talking about because I've had that same experience where especially early on in my ministry and like acting career and stuff, I always had stuff going on Saturdays because I'm always on set somewhere. I was always at some ministry event and it was the same day, same time as the family breakfast, family gathering, something, whatever. And it could start to create some, well, you ain't never here. You always doing this. But I had to explain, like, I only get one shot at this assignment. None of us have really, been there and back to say, oh, well, you know, reincarnation is a real thing and I get to do this life a couple more times. So as far as I know, I only get one shot at this. And if with the one shot, if God is telling me to do these things and I feel that that's what I'm supposed to be doing, I have to go do that. It doesn't mean I don't love y'all. And once they start to understand me not being there doesn't mean I don't love you. And the times that I can be there, I'm going to be there. The times I can be there, I'm going to come in there. I'm going to be fabulous. I'm going to do what I do. But the times that I can't, y'all got to be okay with that, because I have one shot at this assignment we call life. We only get one. And I'm not going to spend the whole assignment doing this thing over here and then saying, man, I really wish I had more time to do what God told me to do over here. We only have 7 days in a week. If there were 9 or 10, it might work out. But we only have 7, and it's only 24 hours in a day. You can't do everything. So I feel you, Sparkle.
And you know what, I realized that for family sometimes don't understand that. Well, you want me to be here at the family reunion, but when I was trying to get my business started, nobody supported me. When I tried to do this, nobody was there to, you know, be in my event. Nobody was doing that, you know. So you can't pick and choose what you want somebody to do. You can't pick and choose when it works for you. You got to be able to, and I mean, you know, from family perspective or even friends or whomever, you know, people are so quick to judge you when you don't show up for certain events and certain things. But they also have to realize on the flip side, you're not always there for me either. You don't always, you know, show up for the things that I do. So it's a double-edged sword. You can't have what you want to have when you want to have it. Like you said, Spark, I'm going to see that spaghetti. Y'all better eat it and enjoy. You know it's going to be good. And I'm going to holler at y'all on Sunday or Monday. I'm going to call you. I'm going to be there for something else. The baby be born, baby. I'm going to bring a basket with some Pampers. But you got to understand that this right here, if God told me to do it, I can't miss out on that. Because sometimes family's not your assignment. It's not family who's going to be the one that God sent you to. It's going to be somebody else that you need to serve or do some other things for. Regina, I'm sorry. I know you was off of mute and you was trying to say something. Come on, baby.
Y'all hear me?
Mm-hmm.
We good? Yes. Yeah, boundaries. Yeah, definitely. You know what? I love boundaries. And the reason why I love boundaries, because in order for me to have my peace, I need to have boundaries around me all the time. I know what it is like to not have boundaries and living in a chaos when you don't have that. And so that goes down to friends and family, that, you know what, if you're toxic, I just can't be around you. It's just like the Bible says, you got to be clear, either yes or no. Yes or no. And I choose me. So when you choose yourself, what is wrong with choosing yourself? A lot, you know, we put so much out and we never give back in. We bless everybody else, but we don't bless ourselves. You know, and we're the most important. And so when we're out doing all this extraness that people don't appreciate, distracting us from what really matters, and that is having the divine connection with the Most High God for yourself. You can give love all you want, but my love obviously won't change you because you keep doing the same thing. So my love doesn't really matter. It's the love of the Most High God that matters for change. It's a mindset. You know, the mind says we set boundaries around ourselves for us. These societies has us thinking that we can't love ourselves enough. And it's like you're arrogant, you're selfish, you're just, you know, all into you. No, you need to be into you. You're the most important thing. Like Terry said, you only get one life. One chance.
Just one. Just one. That is so good, Regina. And y'all know I love boundaries because I'm the first one to put my phone on do not disturb until I need to not be disturbed. Okay. And I don't feel bad about it because sometimes you have to sometimes the whole world needs to be on do not disturb. You know what I'm saying? We just need to not be disturbed so we can focus, so we can sleep, so we can whatever we need to do. But anyway, y'all, that is our show for today. We are out of time. We hope that we have dropped something that has helped you this week to better your relationships. Because again, y'all, we only get one life. We only get one shot. So we want to make sure that we are living well. We're managing our relationships well. Y'all stay tuned for Reverend Pat, who's coming up right after this. And I'm sure she's going to go even deeper into boundaries and what we've talked about today and whatever else God has put on her heart. Y'all stay tuned for next week, because next week we're talking about the state of the church. So it is getting better and better. And we want y'all to have an incredible, wonderful, amazing weekend. Enjoy this 3-day weekend, y'all. Have an amazing Labor Day. We're going to be having an amazing Labor Day ourselves with our nice vacation and replay ministry. But y'all come enjoy the replay. Okay, we might be watching with y'all. And then on Tuesday, we have a special guest. So y'all stay tuned for that. Evangelist Dee Morton is going to be joining us. And we're going to be talking about narcissism, y'all. So, I mean, we're coming off the gate next week talking about the state of the church, starting with an amazing, wonderful woman and narcissism. Okay, y'all have an amazing week. Lord, we thank you for this day. We thank you for helping us to create the boundaries and apply the boundaries and keep the boundaries, Lord. And we thank you for everything you've shown us concerning relationships. Help us to manage them well and help us to have an amazing weekend, a safe weekend, in Jesus' name. Y'all go be great. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.
I claim it. This year will be my year. This year will be my year. I claim it. I really believe it in my heart. This year will be my year. I claim it. Yeah. I claim it, 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 yeah, yeah. I claim it, 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 yeah.